Okay. Hi, I'm Kelly Kopp. I am the director of the Center for Water Efficient Landscaping here at Utah State University. And I'm here today to talk with you about a research project that was recently completed here at the Greenville Farm in Logan, Utah. And this project was initiated in 2018 by then master's student Shane Evans, now master's graduate Shane Evans, who has since moved on. And so that's the reason that I'm going to be sharing some of the results of that project with you today. But before I share those results with you, I want to describe what we were doing here. And what you see behind me are 20 different plots that include both areas of turf grass, and they also include areas of ornamental plants. And in the case of the turf grasses, these are irrigated with overhead spray type irrigation. And in the case of the ornamental plants, they are irrigated with drip irrigation. And so the idea here was to evaluate different Wi-Fi enabled irrigation controllers to see how they may have differed in terms of water application, and also to see how plant health was affected during their use. So the project ran in 2018 and in 2019, and we tested 3 different Wi-Fi enabled controllers: the Orbit Beehive controller, the Ratio controller, and also the Skydrop controller, all of which have been rebated by the state of Utah for purchase at one time or another. And so we utilized those controllers on these plots, as well as a standard controller that we programmed by hand. And we monitored water application over the 2-year period, as well as a number of different plant health aspects, including things like percent green cover for the turf grass canopy or leaf temperature, to try to see if differences in water application resulted in effects on plant health. So, to share some of those results with you, I had to make a couple of notes because there are a few numbers here I wanted to be sure that I got correct. What we found was that the Wi-Fi enabled controllers, all of them, were able to save water as compared to the amount of water that a typical Utah homeowner applies. So, for example, based on years of doing irrigation system evaluations in the state, we know that the typical homeowner applies about 48 inches of irrigation water annually. The Orbit Beehive and Ratio controllers applied about 34 inches of water annually, so a decrease from the 48. And the Skydrop controller applied 22 inches of water per year, which really approximated what we were measuring out here at the farm in terms of evapotranspiration. It was very, very close. In addition, we found that the Hunter controller, the one that we program manually, also applied about 22 inches of water per year. So lots of interesting things going on. The takeaways, I would say, are that in all cases the Wi-Fi enabled controllers did save water as compared to the typical homeowner. However, the manually programmed controller also saved a significant amount of water, and that was following our typical USU extension recommendations for irrigation timing and frequency. So positive findings in all cases. I think I would say that Wi-Fi enabled controllers are great solutions for folks, especially if they're into technology. It can help them save water. But I would also say that if that's not possible or doable for folks, they can also save water by programming their manual controller appropriately.